All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Steve Rose, and you're watching The Interview Show. Today, I have two very important guests, one which you have been waiting to listen to for a long time. I've been receiving many requests from the audience telling me to have these two men on the show. They have taken the internet by storm with their brand new theory, and their names are Dr. Shloopenfitz and Dallini Hawkinschmini. And today, I've got a bunch of questions which you have been asking me to provide to them for them to answer, and hopefully you can have your questions answered today. So say hello to the audience, everyone.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
All right. So let's jump right in. So before we get started, I'd like to ask, what is it that you guys do exactly?
Well, obviously, as you know, I'm Professor Lennon Shloopenfitz, and I am a medical advisor to my cousin and my partner, Dallini Hawkinschmini. He makes the theories. I will prove them and show them to the world. And my cousin Dallini Hawkinschmini and I have been quite close for quite some time now, providing these theories to the world so that their eyes may be open to reality.
Thank you, cousin. So he is correct. I am Dallini Hawkinschmini. I am the experimental data director, and I work for the Department of Scientific Development at the Center of Extreme Knowledge Formatics. It is a very well-populated facility where Ingerhawkia production is present. And we have been working tirelessly on this theory that, in fact, it is more than a theory, that water is a lie. Yes, thank you. Next question, please.
Okay. So we have a medical advisor in Dr. Shloopenfitz, and then we also have a theory director in Dallini Hawkinschmini. Interesting. So do you have any credentials the audience should know about?
That's a really good question. If you'll give me a moment, I'll just take a peek into my documents. I am PhD in medical advisement and theory production.
Yes, credentials. Excuse me for one moment.
One second. Hello? Hello?
Oh, hello, cousin. What are my credentials?
You're an adult. You're an adult, and you do yodel, right? I think you yodel. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Oh, that should work for you. May I ask what this is for?
No. It
Oh.
is highly secretive.
Okay.
Thank you.
Confidential. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I love you, cousin.
I love you too.
Yes.
Danke schön.
Okay. Goodbye.
Yes, I have credentials. My father is an adult, and I yodel.
I forgot your yodel. That's amazing. I love your yodeling.
Thank you.
Wow, that is quite the list of credentials, and I'm really not sure what else a person could need. So why is the water being so dishonest?
Well, that's a very, very good question, and it's not the water. It's not the water that's being dishonest with you. It's the government. It's everybody believing on a whim what the government is telling you. And the truth is that they've been hiding Area 51 for us for a long, long time. And ever since humanity was created, the government has been in control. And the fact of the matter is that the government is behind all of this. And I actually have an equation for this here. You probably won't understand it since it's so awesomely scientific, but you know, you might be able to understand those lines down below that show curvature.
Impressive. Very sciencey. Very science.
Highly intelligent stuff we are working with right now to be able to prove this theory. So, next question.
My mind is blown. So, with all of this taken into account, I believe, would you say that it is accurate that water is just an imaginary phenomena kept around for government mind control?
Dallini?
Let's go to the evidence, shall we? It is a hydrophilic substance found in extracellular matrix of eukaryotes living in diverse places, used to treat acute flaccid myelitis. In fact, water comes from water buffaloes, and as you said, yes.
Okay. My audience is dying to know from you guys, should all water drinkers just switch to drinking 2% fat reduced milk fortified with vitamin D?
The fact of the matter is that, yes, we should be drinking just about anything other than any sort of purified, processed water that you see in a store. We should be switching straight to drinking. I would personally recommend straight from the water buffalo's udder. It has more nutritional value. It's the purest form of water as we know it currently. No processes or anything. These are fairly treated, non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free water buffaloes we are dealing with. So if you are of that type, it is absolutely accessible to any of those people. Do you know what the government has done to the water buffalo?
Absolutely not. Feel free to inform the audience.
Are you aware of the oceans?
Yes, sir.
The excretions from water buffaloes have created the oceans. That excretion can only be created through the process of water filtration, which is run by, you know it, say it with me, the government.
This is really hard-hitting stuff. And I think for everyone who is still watching, being able to sit through this, it's a very hard to listen to. The truth can often be very alarming and very stressful to come in contact with. And it's very great that we have these two men here to tell the truth.
Absolutely.
So what's next is a question I've been wondering myself is, how do you plan to disprove the water cycle and then reclaim Jerusalem?
I think that the water cycle is a very important aspect of our life, but I think it's misconstrued. I think that we need to be replacing this processed water with a more pure source, which I will now hand off to Dallini.
Yes. Now, there are many pure sources in the world. In fact, many are naturally found inside of your body. And so the pure, as my cousin Lennon Shloopenfitz was saying, it comes from things that are natural, things that are elements of the earth. And if we slightly eliminate that factor from everything else and isolate it, and then apply it to our very bodies, then we will be onto something.
One of my questions that I'm also receiving is, what if, after all the research you guys have done, that it just turns out that water isn't actually just the truth?
Nein, no, Water ist not, as we say in Germany, Water ist du nicht. Water is not real. Are you swine? Is that what you are? Because that is what you remind me of. You cannot say that water is true. Water is
That was an
true.
inappropriate statement. I did not like it.
My deepest apologies to both of you. I am very sorry
Next question.
I can promise that the rest of the questions in this interview will be much more respectful to your guys' theory.
Good.
So, what is the biggest thing that the water is hiding from all of us, that the government is hiding? Why do they want us to believe this lie?
Water is killing us. It's killing us. The key to reducing the death to life ratio within the world is the immediate destruction of the government's water processing plants. Dallini?
I confirm Lennon Shloopenfitz's comment. Water is killing us.
What can be said for anybody who has already drank water in their lifetime? Is there any hope?
Yes, there is. Not for us, but for generations in the future who only drink straight from the utter. If they drink unpurified, any source of unpurified water from a non-processed source. Very, very important things.
Yes, it depends also, investigator, how much water they have consumed in their lifetime. Me, for instance, I have only drinking water 3 times. Once when I was 12, and the other 2 times I was fed while I was sleeping. And I think I'm safe. I can safely say that I can recover from the 3 times that I've drinking water. And as long as I make sure to keep a healthy diet, I'm drinking straight from the udder of a water buffalo.
Now, me, on the other hand, I have drinking quite a bit of unpurified water as well as purified water from processed sources, because as many of you may know, I'm quite the renowned athlete, and especially in Germany, and I drink a lot of water to rehydrate myself, because in truth, any source of water will do that to you. However, purified water straight from the government's processing plants, they have been implanted with other various what is advertised as vitamins and minerals and these dreadful things called electrolytes that will electrocute your body very, very slowly. I don't think there's any hope for me, but there for sure is in future variations of myself.
Okay, well, I'm sure many audience members who are watching can be relieved and in knowing that for their future, for their children. And I think this would be another good time in the interview to just take another moment and have another water break real quick.
Absolutely.
Everyone.
Absolutely.
Okay. So another question I'm receiving is, I've heard about your guys' book called Water is a Lie that is coming out soon. What could be the release date for that? And also, how can audience members get a signed copy of your book?
Yes, so the book will be released. I assure you that. As to the exact day, I cannot say any further more on it. I would not like to give away too much information because it discloses our entire theory. And as to getting it signed, we will do that.
Okay. So, what is your guys' message to all of the audience members watching who are still currently sipping on lies?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that your reality is not what it seems, and that you have all been duped by the government. And it is within our best efforts to reroute these processing systems. We will eventually get them shut down, and we hope to make some big changes to the government to make some big changes in the way we hydrate ourselves.
Okay, well, that wraps up all of the questions that I have for you today. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for coming onto the show again, and everyone who is watching for listening to these two share their thoughts and answer these questions for you guys. Thank you, and have a great day.
All right. Farewell.
Thank you.